Hello, so welcome to a new video. It's going to be a quick look at probably my most visited website in the history of my Google history, which is Pedal Playground or pedalplayground.com, which is the most or has been the most useful website for planning out your pedal board. And for a quick overview, you have a few options here. You can change the settings up here, for example. I'm using metric. You can switch it to imperial if you want, and you can switch the scale as well, so you can zoom further out if you've got a lot more pedals and bigger boards. But for today we're going to be using that scale, as we're going to be focusing on these pedals that I own, and then figuring out which board makes the most sense for what I want to use. So the interface itself is really simple. So you've got a space up here to add pedal board of your choosing or your choice, and they have a lot of pedal boards on there. I've gone for the Pedaltrain variety because I already own two of these. I've owned three of them this one in the past, but I currently own these two. And then you add your pedals here, for example. Super easy. And you can actually add custom sized pedal boards or pedals here should you want to make something at a custom size, for example in a flight case or something like that. So the aim here is to see which pedal board, well, first off, if I can even fit all of these pedals, for example on this one or this one. Spoiler alert, I can. And which one makes most sense. And the cool thing about here is that it's super easy. You just drag onto the pedal board. So we'll try on the Classic 2. There's plenty of space. What I like to do is, of course, the tuner way up front. I've gone always on kind of boost, since I like single coil guitars. And got my reverb and my delay next to each other here, for example. I'll look at putting pedals that I always use and I need access to on the lowest row. I've got the DD5 here, I've got my overdrive. Place that here actually, and the chorus in front of that leaves me plenty of room up here for the last two pedals. I could even actually squeeze the mini switch down here, for example. It's the favorite switch for the reverb. And then I've got Echoplex style preamp that is at the end of the board that goes out to the amp. So this pedal board has plenty of space. I can add more pedals if I want, and there's still plenty of room. The only caveat being that to activate these pedals, I'd have to step over this first row. Whether or not I want that, you have to see. And now putting everything on the junior board, or that's a smaller board, do the same thing, same sort of layout. And here I've got a lot less width for the lower row. So I'll have to make a choice here, which one makes more sense. I definitely want that's always accessible and easy to hit, because I use that for sort of stutter glitch style effects. I'll get to that at some point in a later video. And I'll put the drive next to that, the tuner, the always on boost, and the chorus can live up here, that's not a problem. And I can fit the favorite switch up here, for example. The only annoying thing being I'll have to step over. I can even put up here and rotate it so that the cable comes out on this side. And now we get to the smallest board, which is a Metro 20. I want to fit all of these on there. And the cool thing, I guess, about having a very small pedal board, that sounds wrong on many levels, but the really cool thing is, because of that limitation of having something very small, means that you have to make choices. So choices of what makes most sense, or what you really need for the tones that you want to do. And I think that's probably a good thing, because sometimes you have a bigger pedal board, you have some pedals that you don't even use, but they're on there because you have the space. So why not look at something smaller, that's more portable and easier to lug around, transport, and also look at, I guess. So we're going to put all these pedals on there. It looks like a very tight fit, it definitely is, but it works. And the only reason I know, for one, I built it, but I only built it or managed to build it because I was playing around on this website to plan it out. And this is what I ended up with. So tuner up here, put the reverb and the flint down here. We've got the last in line Echoplex preamp. We'll have to rotate it to fit it here. And as it's always on, that's not an issue, that's on the side. I don't have to turn it on and off. I've got the drive, which can fit just there. Got the always on boost, which will rotate here. We'll place it just there. And then we've got the DD5, which I also want on the lowest row. And that, because I've rotated this, fits just into this alcove, if that's the right word. And then we've got 2 more spaces. The chorus can live here. Flip it sideways, stick it here. And it leaves this tiny space for our favorite switch, which fits neatly there. So here's the finished board. So thanks to the website, I knew everything would fit, and it's very small and compact. It's just, yeah, it weighs a bit, so maybe this is not the best way of presenting the board, but yeah, just to show that you can plan out a nice compact pedal board or something huge thanks to the website, and it all works and fits. So if you like this kind of content, please drop a like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks a lot. Bye.